Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I'm here to react to Sanders Kennedy returning to YouTube. I had some thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so sorry for the delay in this delivery of the video. I was just busy. I filmed other stuff and this was just sort of on the back burner for a couple of days. This video was published on the 27th by Sanders Kennedy, so it is about a week old right now. And I have already watched it once because I really wanted to get an idea of what was going to be said. Is this something that I need to react to, or should I just do a sit down chatty kind of video? This is something that I do want to react to just so that you guys can see it if you haven't seen it yet. As a refresher, for anyone that doesn't know, Sanders Kennedy was a beauty drama channel. He disappeared about 8 months ago after he made some really big claims against Shane Dawson. He fabricated this entire storyline and without a crystal ball jumped on it and repeated what Sanders did, added a couple things of her own. So the two of them lost all credibility within like an hour. And as more and more people saw it, the video came down that Sanders did and he vanished. So nobody knew, was he going to come back? I figured that he would come back because he was a full-time YouTuber and he was relying on YouTube as his main source of income. He had been doing YouTube for a very long time when all of this happened. And that's the other thing that I go back to is you were doing this for years. You cannot play dumb or play naive when it comes to this. You know the responsibility that you have as a creator, especially as a drama commentary channel, to make sure that your sources are correct, to make sure that you're not making things up and putting them onto your channel. And he ignored all of that just so that he could get some views and the most attention for coverage of Shane Dawson. It's reckless, it's irresponsible, and it's gross. But he disappeared for 8 months and we're gonna hear what he has to say. I do have this video sped up, but I want to get through it. He talks kind of slow. I realize I talk slow too, so that's, you know, no shade, but I do want to get through it so that we can, you know, share our thoughts.
Camera. This is so weird. The microphone, the lights, the camera, the background. It's been like the cars honking in the back because I live in a very noisy neighborhood. Memories. It doesn't feel like 8 months. It's crazy, but I think I should start off by saying, hello, how's it going? What has been going on? I don't have social media anymore, so I haven't been really up to date on every single thing that's been going on in the past 8 months besides what books are coming out and what movies are coming out and whatever makes it to like the New York Post or mainstream media. I honestly didn't plan on being gone for this long, but I think we can all say within the past 8 months, the past year, a little bit over a year, our lives have been crazy, no matter if you've been part of some scandal or not. Just life in general has been crazy and you had to prioritize where you're going to put your energy. And I definitely I decided to put my energy in my family and in my personal life. I've been doing this for so long. I've been making beauty guru drama videos before it was even a thing. I remember the Nicole Guerrero.
I have to say, starting out this video, he is very giddy and excited, considering that he put massive claims against Shane Dawson, and this is his first video back. If I was him, I would not be as giddy and, oh my God, I'm back, smiling. Like, I get it. You have to be approachable, but let's also hash out exactly what happened and why you had to leave the community before we get into talking about the traffic on your street and how long you've been doing this. Like, we kind of all know all of that. And what people are concerned about is, why did you do what you did? I'm not even a Shane Dawson fan. And to have those kinds of allegations published against you is massive issues.
Elevator gate, talking about people's favorites in the beauty community in a way that no one was really trying to be the Wendy Williams / Oprah of beauty drama. A lot of people hated me. A lot of people dragged me. A lot of people thought this wasn't something that should be on YouTube. And I look around now and there's hundreds of.
If you were trying to be someone really big in beauty guru drama, then you should have known to take your platform seriously and demand the respect that you were giving out to anyone that watched your videos. Instead, you decided to do your own thing and you had to run away from the internet because you fucked up so bad.
Of beauty drama channels, or people like to say just drama channels, but the majority of people just cover beauty. And of course, a lot of people don't know who I am. Because there's millions of people who watch YouTube, so I don't expect millions of people to know who I am. They probably see my face, but they don't know that I was the first to ever bring beauty drama to light, because they met their favorite drama channel through the way they met them, and I'm sure they haven't ever heard of me. I think that really is explains back in July, June, July. I think the last time you seen me was like in mid-July. It was crazy. It was really crazy. And I gained over 20,000+ subscribers in a very short amount of time. So a lot of people who were watching me had no idea who I was, or was there from the beginning when I always said always. And I think my loyal shady Navy members can remember hearing me say, I love talking about the news. I don't like being part of the news.
So he doesn't like being part of the news, but he made allegations against a fellow YouTuber and became part of the news, and he's still not giving any information, any apology, any this is what I've done over the last 8 months to right my wrongs and to make sure that my comeback is, you know, as positive as it can be. And these are the changes that I've made offline to educate myself and to make sure that I never make a mistake like that ever, ever, ever again.
Really mean that. And honestly, yeah, it's been a crazy time, and focusing on my dad is the best thing that I could do in the past 8 months. And I think sometimes.
So he automatically goes into talking about his dad, who is dealing with some health issues. And in my opinion, this is obviously a way for him to just go. He's basically like running from the responsibility to actually talk about what I did, why it was wrong, all of these things. Let me just talk about my dad, let you guys know that he's having health issues, and it was meant to be that I had to get off the internet. No, nothing was meant to be, because if you didn't do that Shane Dawson story, then you would have continued on.
Things happen for a reason, and I think that reason was to get closer to my father, being that he is getting older, fighting the 3 forms of cancer, and now having to deal with COVID. People aren't promised every single day, and I think that was a way of YouTube and just the universe telling me, hey, step away from YouTube, focus on what's more important. And obviously, there was scandal, and I was featured in articles and stuff like that in a way that I never was featured or had the much attention before. And sometimes you just gotta just do one video and explain yourself, and I did that, and I saw how the reaction was, and I was like, what do I use my energy for? Screaming at a camera, getting my fingers on a phone, and capitalizing every letter so it comes off like I'm mad. And just my relationship with social media is on another level right now, because besides finding out information to make videos and finding out when my favorite books are coming out, when my favorite movies are coming out, when my favorite...
His relationship with social media is so negative because people are calling his ass out and holding him accountable for what he did. In my opinion, this is not someone who wants to face their problems head on and take a short break and then come back and say, these are the things that I did to rectify the problem, to make myself better. This is what you can expect from me in the future. And I deeply apologize for faking a story for views and subscribers and flushing all my credibility down the toilet in the matter of minutes.
Celebrities are doing. Social media, Instagram and Twitter have no benefit to my life. I look at Instagram and I think, wow, I'll never be that skinny, I'll never be that rich, I'll never be that good looking, I'll never have that many friends, I won't have those type of friends, I won't have that car, I just won't have that life. And I think a lot of people can relate and say, yeah, every day you open up Instagram, you put it down hating yourself more and using up all your energy to make your life seem something that it's not. When you open up Twitter, it's of course who you follow, but now it's to the point where you see what people like and it's all people fighting and arguing, and it's like, I always said from the beginning, like, look, I'm just a boy from Brooklyn, and if you handle things face to face, you don't handle it online. And it's crazy how I remember walking home a few days ago from physical therapy, and I was thinking to myself, if someone would have told me when I was 8 or 9 years old that the equivalent of people fighting today in 2020 is like me being 8 years old, is like someone writing a mean message on a Post-it note and randomly leaving it on your door or leaving it on your classroom table because you don't know what they look like, you have no idea where it came from. All you know, it's a picture of a celebrity or a picture of an animal or a picture of nothing, and it has a message attached, and that little Post-it note will make you feel so many emotions in so many ways. And that's how it is now with Twitter. Like, people can write whatever they want under whatever account they want, and that message or message.
Now, while I never agree with people getting actual hate comments or threats or anything like that, if these are his actual subscribers just holding him accountable and wanting to have a conversation and say, I've been a subscriber of yours for a year and this is how I feel about it, let's open up a dialogue. If he's considering those as negative messages too, then Sanders, you're being a Katie Joy. Second of all, you owe explanations to people. These are people that built your platform. These are people that put you in a position to sit at home and talk about gossip all day. You owe them answers.
Has over people is dangerous. But of course, social media has its good parts. So as of right now, I'm not planning on creating any more accounts or bringing back my accounts because as of right now, it's not benefiting me. I don't see any benefits of having it besides work. And my favorite books and movies and stuff, like I said before. And sometimes you just got to choose to, are you going to engage in the conversation, or are you just going to throw your hands up and just walk away and be like, I have nothing else to say, and walk away? And I think that's what I did. Well, not think that's what I did. I wasn't planning a way to walk away for 8 months, but sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and just walk away and not say anything sometimes because, like I said, I've been doing this job for a long time, and I covered a lot of topics from movie reviews to music video reactions to your favorite beauty gurus to other influencers and the crazy things that they have done, the good things that they have done, and I covered it all. Rating, response videos, apology videos. They have a hood, they don't have a hood, they're smiling, they're not smiling. They seem too happy, they're not happy enough, they're crying, they're fake crying. Oh, why aren't they crying? They don't have enough emotion, they don't really mean it. And 99.9% of the time, apology videos or explanation videos never work.
Apology videos might not work. It depends on who it is, how it's, delivered. Is there actual emotion? The general public can always tell if the emotions are real or forced, but I do think that apology videos show initiative, that you actually care. Whether or not people accept them, take the responsibility, say, this is my fault, say, these are the things that I'm going to do next to prove to you guys that I actually care about my platform and I care about all of you guys, and I'm so sorry that I let you guys down. So to say, well, apology videos don't work, so it is what it is his way of throwing his hands up and just walking away from being held accountable.
And I think we always judge people off their behavior and less off of, or at least I think people should judge people, well, shouldn't judge people, but should let their thoughts and opinions about people, and if they want them to be part of their lives, be based off their actions and not the promises, and this is how it's done.
Yes, it's all about actions. So what actions have you taken to rectify the shitstorm that you started last year?
Be in the futures explanation, honestly, it still scares me that a lot of people on YouTube still have a YouTube channel. I did a little bit of searching my name and a little bit of, what's been going on, like once or twice, maybe 3 times throughout this time, on my own accord without it coming to me. And I just thought, wow, it's the same people, same issues, same drama, and they're still making millions of dollars off of YouTube, and nothing's stopping them. And I definitely wanted to come back to YouTube for a very long time, and I'm definitely coming back to YouTube, and I'm going to be posting videos again because it brings me happiness, it brings me joy. And honestly, I think I put out around 70 videos for the May, June, and July, and that was a lot of videos for that short amount of time, and I definitely think I needed a break, but there was never a time where I was like, I'm so tired, I don't want to make videos anymore. I think that's like the fun tired that I love feeling. I remember I was on a panel years ago for VidCon or something like that, and someone said, is it hard work? And I'm like, yeah, it's hard work because you want to make sure everything you do is correct, and you want to make sure
So you want to make sure that everything is correct and you're putting your best foot forward, but you fabricated an entire story for the sake of clicks and views. I'm sorry, I don't know if Sanders can come back from this. I really don't.
Put your best forward, but it's kind of related to going to an amusement park or going to a party. It's like, you love being at the party, you want to be the life of the party, you like getting on the roller coasters, you like going to the game, like doing the games, but your body wears down, but you're enjoying that tired, like you're enjoying it while you're still tired, you know what I mean? And that's how I felt. Like I enjoyed making videos, and I looked around and I'm like, people losing their life to COVID, to Black Lives Matter, to the politics and the craziness of the world that people have seen in the past year and several months and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just need an outlet, and I didn't have that outlet because YouTube was my outlet of being happy and covering stories that I love covering, and I didn't have that. I just had my father and other family members and my best friend, and that still wasn't enough. I just needed my outlet, and this is my outlet. And I know a lot of people are like, cancel 2020, you're left back in 2020, and that's fine if I'm canceled, and if you guys want to leave me back in 2020, that's perfectly fine. But I want to live, and I want to be happy, and I want to make videos, and that's what I'm going to do. No one ever bust down my door and tied me down to my bed and put a tape over my mouth and smashed my camera and threw my mic out the window and got rid of my internet. It was all my choice not to come back to YouTube, to some extent, because there was that time where a few fake accounts decided to DM me when I had social media and be like, hey, here are the addresses of some of your family members, and take off a Google image of the house or the building that they live in and say, if you don't leave YouTube, if you don't get rid of social media, we're going to end them. I remember that very clearly. That definitely did scare me, because when someone says they're going to do something to your family and to you, you got to take it seriously. And then, of course, the accounts get deleted, and IP address and all that stuff, it costs money, and it's a lot. So I think that was the scariest part of the whole 8 months.
As far as him saying that he got these threats, you guys, I am in such a mindset of I want to see receipts, because I do feel like some people will say they're being threatened, and that's just a way to make people feel bad and make people feel sorrow. So I hate to be such a hard ass, but show the receipts so that people actually know that you're not just using this as a way to get sympathy.
When people find out where you live and where your family lives, and they threaten to take their lives. And that's what social media to me is all about. That's what it stands for. So another reason why I don't have social media. But overall, I love the people who watch my videos, the one that's been there since day one, like I said earlier in the video, not the 25,000 that just jumped on because we had a common interest or dislike or interest in a YouTuber, but because you've been with me for years and years. And I think people who have been with me for years and years.
I don't appreciate when YouTubers say, well, I like my subscribers who have been around forever more than the ones that have found me recently. I don't like that. And the reason is because it makes the newer subscribers feel singled out, and it makes them feel like they don't matter. I've said in other videos that I appreciated the people that took a chance on me when I had 200 subscribers, and I appreciate the people that took a chance on me because they found me through Without a Crystal Ball or Anti-MLM or the Family Vlogger stuff. So I appreciate everyone. I don't like when you single a certain group of your subscribers out. I just don't think that's fair.
Years can look around and be like, this is the road that Sanders has been on years and years. Now all of a sudden this one thing happens and it's like, this doesn't seem like Sanders. Maybe I should question this. Like, this doesn't seem like the norm of years and years. This doesn't make sense. So I think some things will never make sense. And like I said, you shouldn't have to over-explain anything. You should only explain things once. And if people don't want to hear that explanation, all you can do is throw your hands up and keep on moving on in life. And wow, I didn't keep on moving on in life with YouTube. I decided to move on in life with real life because you gotta live. And if I'm gonna live, I'm gonna do things that make me happy. And YouTube makes me happy. And I'm not planning on being put 6 feet deep or put in a box with my body of ashes. And we're so close to almost having summer and spring. And before we know it, it's gonna be 2022. And I would love to make videos about how I got a COVID shot and how I was eligible, because I never thought being overweight would be a good thing ever in my life. But being overweight got me a chance to get me a COVID shot and just talk about the fun stuff. I wish I could have got on camera and talked about Taylor Swift's new album and the Netflix movies and HBO Max movies and the streaming issues, the controversy, the craziness of it all. And I'm happy that I'm back and I'm gonna be doing it. And I'm happy for whoever wants to stick around, but I think at the end of the day, I gotta do it for me. I can't do it for anyone else, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I can never, I promise myself to never ever sit down in front of the camera and fight in my brain about, if I say something like this, they're gonna come back and say this, or they're gonna twist it this way, or if I don't do this, they're gonna come back. I can't do that. I have zero control over what people say, what people twist, what people want their reality to be. All I can do is live in my reality, know that it's real, and know that I'm always coming from a place where I was raised and put to be. And of course, I definitely need to realize not to get so emotionally attached to certain videos, certain topics of videos, and really realize, like, when you're breaking down crying on the floor in tears, maybe you should not talk about certain subjects if it's affecting you that much, you know? So I definitely learned a range of talking about topics that make you happy, talking about topics that are controversial, but never have it affect your life personally to the point where you have to do double meetings of therapy. I gotta look at the positive, gotta look at my future, and gotta look at what makes me happy in life, and I wanna be happy.
Okay, goodbye, Sanders. You are done. So he did not go over any of these steps that he took to learn from the massive mistake that he made. He did not apologize for the mistake that he made to his fan base. He did not, if you signed off of YouTube and you didn't do any personal work to figure out, why did I make up a lie like that just for views and clicks? If you didn't do any of that work while you were off of YouTube, then it's only a matter of time before you make that same mistake again. And I said it before, having a commentary channel comes with a massive amount of responsibility to make sure that you are sharing facts. And if you are sharing your opinion, make sure that your opinion is not being stated as fact. But there are certain topics that you have to handle with white gloves. And again, with the whole Shane Dawson thing, even if that was true, I don't think that it should have been Sanders to run onto his channel and say, blah, 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 blah. Let more information come out. This is not breaking news, in my opinion. So it's just so obvious that he gained a lot of subscribers and he wanted to one-up himself so that he could, like, go turbo overdrive and get even more attention and more credibility. But when people found out that it was bullshit, he said, oh, well, sorry, throw up my hands and I'm gonna leave for 8 months. So whatever, I'm not a subscriber of his. I will not be watching his channel. And I think that it is, I don't even think that it's a learning lesson for other commentary channels, because he and Without a Crystal Ball, one thing they do have in common is that they are reporting things that are absolutely not true. And it's reckless, and that's how you get yourself into defamation. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.